it's Sona, and are you done chewing? Today, and my friend
Gaia
are going to be telling some funny stories and adventurous, scary stories from our trip to Japan last April. We have a few notes written on my phone, so if I ever look at my phone, that's what we're doing. Our guac.
Just to preface, we went with her aunt, her brother, me, and then me and my mom. So we're gonna mention where the first night when we were in Tokyo, we were walking around completely clueless, trying to find a place to eat.
What time was it? It was 2 a.m.
It was 2 a.m. and we were looking for a place to eat, and we come across this hole in the wall. It was next to our hotel, so we were happy with it, and we didn't even notice it was a restaurant. I was like, oh guys, this is definitely a restaurant. We go down, we go down a flight of stairs, and we get to the door. That's the first obstacle. So we come in, and I'm trying to open the door, and I'm just trying to pull the door open, and it doesn't work. And obviously I don't step back and take a calmer look at it. I'm pushing the door trying to get it to open, and and I'm making a scene. I am making a scene, and this person comes on the other side and calmly slides it open. And that was our first night. No. So basically we get in, and there's just a bunch of people sitting and eating, and there's a counter where you get your stuff, but we didn't know where to order, and we were kind of looking around, and then we see this vending machine, and it just has some pictures of fish and a pepper on it, and we're there, that's our food.
You send your orders through the vending machine all the way to the cash register. That's pretty awesome to me.
Yeah, basically it didn't say anything in English, so we just kind of were this looks like it has fish. I want fish. I don't know. We ended up getting our food. It was okay. Mm-hmm. It wasn't that bad. It was
basically, did you know that you're supposed to eat ramen by dipping the noodles into the broth? Did you know that? We didn't know that until we got there.
Basically, that was our first night. Pretty much gives you a nice view of what we're dealing with here with us and the country of Japan. We were very not coordinated, but we still had a good time. So you wanna get to the next little story?
Yeah. Shout out to you, Japan, though. We had the best time ever, especially at the Ghibli Museum. Now I'm going to tell you the story about how I got lost in the busiest street on planet Earth. I'm not even kidding. Is it in the world record book? It's in Shibuya, Tokyo. This is how it happened. We were walking around Shibuya, just looking around the places. We were just walking around, and we decided to switch to the left. Actually.
Turn left. Switch to the left meaning turn to the left. I don't know why you chose.
But I didn't get the memo because we just decided it, they decided it so quickly. So I thought I was looking at someone at my aunt in front of me, but it was someone else. So I just followed her into the street, and I got lost. I got completely lost when we got to the other side. I was freaking out. I took out my phone. I tried to call my aunt several times, but my phone was Verizon and her phone was AT&T, and I don't even think I had my roaming on at the time. So I started freaking out even more, and then once I was asking tourists for their phone, my aunt came behind me and she found me by recognizing my jacket, which was literally just a black poofy jacket.
Oh my gosh. So we were sitting on the side. I mean, they told us just sit here. My mom and her aunt, and they were we're gonna look for her, just sit here. Me and her brother, who's
who was 12 at the time.
Yeah.
So 11.
Him and I, we were just sitting on the on this fence, and he was freaking out. He was oh my lord, because it's a scary situation. For some reason, I was so chill about it. I was if she goes, she goes. I'm kidding, but for some reason I was totally calm, and it worked out, but
that was so funny.
There's so much extra fun
to talk about. So they packed their luggage both into one suitcase when we were specifically supposed to light pack, okay? So her poor mom was dragging this extremely heavy suitcase while we were on time for the early leaving bullet train, and we were literally running to get to our reserve.
So we were taking the bullet train from Tokyo to Kyoto, and we were like there on time. The train left early. Shout out to that train. So we like barely get onto the train. We're like just getting, and the doors close, and my mom is on the other side. And first of all, I'm like already sat down, look around. I know my mom is not there, and I did not see her aunt. I fully went into mother mode. I was like, I'm ready. I'm gonna be calm. I don't know how someone's gonna feel. We're gonna like take care of like her brother. But thankfully her aunt was there. Like, or else.
Finish the pita bread. Off topic. I'm sorry.
There's so much extra guac.
Let me go get actual bread. Hold on.
Okay, I'm.
Let her keep telling the story. I'll be right back. She can say anything she wants that I'll see when I edit, so you can tell secrets too. Bye.
So it's just me and you now. Basically, where was I? We were trying to. I found out like her aunt was on the train. We were good. We were like. We decided to get off at the next train stop. We did not end up getting off at that train stop because we were that confused and that disorganized. We get off there and we're waiting. Meanwhile, my mother is back in the train station in Tokyo. She is trying to ask like the train guy who was standing there, like the conductor. I don't know. She was like, "What's the next train that's coming?" And he was like, "No train. Go home." So she was like, "I'm homeless." And this guy didn't end up helping her somehow. I don't remember how.
We took the train to the stop where she was at, and then we went on a non-reserved.
We went back together. I'm so sorry. So we're back together, and we get into a taxi. And should I talk about what happened on the taxi? So we're 5 people, and sorry, I'm eating.
There's a taxi driver and 5 of us. So just imagine.
Yeah, they don't allow 5 people. They're like the maximum is 4. We bribed this train driver, this taxi driver. Like we pay him a little extra something. So he like lets us on. We get to Kyoto. It's the like middle of the dank hours. It is the wee times of the night. We get in to this area. Let me tell you about this area.
It was a really nice, quiet.
It was very beautiful, and it was kind of like the way the houses were. They were really close together to make like lots of cute little alleyways. Like you can imagine it. The roofs are all kind of like in a mush at the top, you know, and then there's like laundry hanging. It's so beautiful. And basically, we come in here. It's like a really confusing area. We get directions from the Airbnb guy who's renting the Airbnb app to us.
He was a British guy.
Yeah, he was a British guy. And they're like picture directions. They're on your phone, and they're like, turn right at this tree. Turn left when you reach this orange house. And we had no idea what was going on because we just couldn't find his little landmarks that he chose to use. I don't know. The streets have names. I mean, most of the time they don't. I think they did there. He didn't use those. He decided to use the trees and the bushes and like whatever. So we were lost walking around at 2 a.m. The streets are cobblestone. We have like our giant luggages with us, and they're like rolling like and like her brother suddenly has to pee. He pees on the street.
You have to understand the situation. We're in this quiet area at like 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning, dragging our suitcases on the bumpy road really loudly. Then we get to the house, and then there's this lock.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
the lock.
The lock. It took us 30 minutes.
Okay, so there's this lock with the combination where you open to get the key, and then you get the key to open the door because it's an Airbnb and there's no one to open it for you. So it took us like 30 minutes to figure out how to open it. And
yeah. Eventually we get in. I mean, we didn't expect too much. Like it was a Japanese house.
It was a Japanese house with brand new fresh tatami mats, which is, well, when tatami mats are brand new, the smell of them is really strong. So some of us couldn't handle it, Okay, so first we ran out of pita bread, and then we ran out of guac when I brought regular bread. Wonderful.
The struggle.
The struggle. We're talking about pita bread and guac.
Sorry.
We're talking about
Let's get back to our pita bread and guac story now. Yeah. Basically, we get in. We're not super happy with the house, but like
we have to take a bus and be squished like sardines on the bus. And if you know me, you know how much I hate being squished between people.
She doesn't like me.
Mm-mm. So yeah, I think that's the last story we're telling, right?
Yeah, and we had a lot of. I mean, these are kind of the experiences that were more comedic in nature.
These are just clickbaity experiences.
Like,
but we have really nice ones, like
we
the
went
cherry blossom. We were there on cherry blossom.
We were there in the spring, and we also went to this deer place in Nara.
Nara.
We got to feed deers.
Deer.
Deers.
Deer.
Deers with a Z.
Yeah, we got to feed wild, or yeah, I think they were wild deer.
Yeah, it was great. We were not gonna get into it because that's private, not your information.
Next time I go for a traveling experience like that, I'll make sure to film a travel diary. Yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video with pita bread.
Yeah, thank you for joining us for our pita bread and guac conversation. We strayed off the topic a little bit. It was mostly supposed to be about the bread of the but thank you for joining us.
Bye! You snapped out of it too.